Hi friends, Miss Ellen here with Lighthearted Learning. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about the letters of the alphabet because we're going to do the book The Z Was Zapped by Chris Van Allsburg. All right, boys and girls, letters. Letters are very important to learn. If you don't know all your letters, then there's a couple ways for you to get to know them all. Now, knowing your letters doesn't mean you just know the uppercase letters, boys and girls. It means you know the uppercase letters and the lowercase. That means the big letters and the little letters, okay? In order and all mixed up, okay? Now, if you don't know your letters, there's a couple ways that can help you learn them. First of all, you can practice. Read ABC books. Look for letters in the newspaper and in any written form in books. And if you don't know a letter, you can ask somebody, what is this letter? All right. You can practice writing the letters. You can practice with sign language. I've found that some friends that get stuck, when they look at the letters, it helps to make the letters with your hands because then you can feel them. Okay, boys and girls? Because a W feels a lot different than an M in sign language. When you look at them, it's easy to mix those two up. But when you do the sign language, it's not that easy to mix them up. Also, like a B and a D feel really different in sign language. But when you look at them, they look very similar, especially the lowercase. And those two really get people a lot, the small b and the small d. So I have a little mnemonic to help you with that. When I would notice friends were stuck on B and D, I would say, make your bed. And what that means is they would make a little bed with their hands, like this. So they'd make a B and a D with their hands, put them together, and bed starts with the B, so you know this is the B, and ends with a D, and then you would know which one it was. Do you see what I mean, Jelly Bean? So, bed starts with a B and ends with a D. Now, you might even want to draw this out for yourself or have somebody do this for you, so that will help you knowing the difference between a B and a D, because those are two that really get a lot of friends. They're really hard to tell the difference, and I understand that that's a difficult one for you. So that might help. Okay, boys and girls? All right. Now, let's read the alphabet book, and this will help you identify some letters as we go through. And the things that happen to the alphabet letters start with the letter that they represent. So, for example, the Z was zapped, so you already know it happens to Z. Okay, so let's look at A. Let's see if you can figure out what happens to A before I tell you. A. The A was in an avalanche. B. The B was badly bitten. C. The C was cut to ribbons. D. The D was nearly drowned. E. What happens to the E? The E was slowly evaporating. F. The F was firmly flattened. G. The G was starting to grow. H. The H was partly hidden. I. Let's see what happens to the I. The I was nicely iced. J. The J was rather jittery. K. The K was quietly kidnapped. L. The L was much too large. M. The M was beginning to melt. N. The N was nailed and nailed again. O. The O was rapidly overgrown. P. The P was repeatedly packed. Q. The Q was neatly quartered. R. The R was rolled off the stage. S. The S was simply soaked. T. The T was all tied up. U. The U was abruptly uprooted. V, I get it. The V was mysteriously vanishing. W. The W was oddly warped. X, I bet you know this one. The X was carefully x-rayed. Y, the Y was yanked away. And do you remember Z? I do. Z, the Z was finally zapped. Got it. All right, boys and girls, you go out there, read those ABC books, and I'll see you next time.